While making a cross-country trek from Florida to California in 1994, the travel bug bit us, or I might say the travel gecko. We only had 7 days to transit from coast to coast, which left much unseen, and we knew someday we had to go back. The whirlwind trip led us through the great state of New Mexico, the home of White Sands National Monument, which is located about 16 miles southwest of Alamogordo in the Tularosa Basin. The white sands are made of gypsum that normally dissolves when it comes in contact with water. But because the park is located in a bowl, it does not have a natural path to the sea. The water puddles and evaporates, leaving behind the soft white gypsum, which is whipped by the wind into the magnificent dunes. White Sands is nestled in amongst two massive military bases: White Sands Army Missile Range, the site of the Trinity nuclear bomb test, and Holloman Air Force Base. From time to time, the park must be closed for the missile tests by the missile range. The Air Force Base also adds problems to the park by robbing it of its serenity because of the flyovers of military jet aircraft. The majestic white sand gypsum dunes held a secret message for us. The sulfate mineral known as gypsum is the same material used for sculpting alabaster. Alabaster was used in ancient times to hold perfume, one of the subjects that Becca was teaching on about perfumes and essential oils. I know it sounds crazy, but the freshness of the air in places like White Sands is like an intoxicating sweet perfume. That trip sculpted our dreams and filled our sails with a desire to be full-time travelers. After becoming full-timers, we were able to visit White Sands 2 more times, one in RV1, a 1991 Holiday Rambler Limited, and the other in Lips, a 2006 Holiday Rambler Ambassador, our second RV. Our second trip to the bleached sand was the first time our boys experienced the rolling dunes. Rachel, our oldest daughter, had accompanied us on the first trip. We bought a snow saucer and took turns sliding down the massive sand dunes. The stiff winds pelted us with the fine sand as we trudged up and down those dunes all day. Becca had such a great time, she felt froggy enough to even drive the RV. Since I did most of the driving, this was a very big thing.
Daddy. No hand.
It was great seeing her get the nerve up to do it. The third trip to White Sands was in Lips, and was more of an educational experience for the children, as they spent most of the time learning about the ecosystem in the park. They did all the requirements to earn a Junior Ranger patch. Don't get me wrong, we still braved the dunes and rolled in that wonderful sand. They told us that the sand is not like your typical beach sand and that it did not hold heat, so you could still walk on it on a blazing July day. They also told us we couldn't take any sand with us. Well, that didn't include the sand that poured out of our clothes all over the RV, though. I miss the dunes and look forward to getting back out there. It would be great to see those white sands again for the 4th time. It never gets old.